the time has come for me to evaluate Brett Maher, Nebraska's newest special teams coordinator. Nebraska, hands down, should not have let Mike Eckler go to USC of all places. Nebraska obviously has Brett Maher, unproven, first time being a special teams coordinator. So, without any further ado, let's get straight into it. So, Maher does not have much to say for himself in terms of his resume. He's only coached at Nebraska. It's going to be his third season. He joined midway through 2024, and then he obviously was there in 2025. He's kind of the assistant special teams coordinator, and he worked with the kickers and punters, and they were good. Maher was a good player. There's no denying that. Maher was a good player, and I think he was a good coach in terms of kicking and field goals, kicking and punting. I mean, they were good last year, and I think they weren't bad in 2024. I mean, there were times they weren't bad, and I think he probably had a part to play in their success. I mean, yeah, John Holt is decent at Ohio State. In fact, I don't think he missed a field goal until the Iowa game from when he missed a field goal against Illinois. I'm pretty sure that's how that worked. Pretty sure, but I don't think he hadn't started coaching yet. But anyway, so Maher, first season as special teams coordinator. He was the assistant special teams coach in 2025. That was his first full season of coaching. But we don't have much to say about him. Like, there's not much that we can say. He's unknown. That is the truth, okay? Now, here's the deal. So let's just kind of look at the positives. Okay, the positives are, I think he's young. He's a young guy. He just got out of the NFL, so he's hungry. He wants to make a name for himself. So he's going to be ambitious to succeed. Kind of like Rob Orich, in my opinion. They're both about the same age. Not too far difference in age between the two. So that's the truth. So that is a pro. And then number two, I feel like that Brett Maher, I think it's proven. He is a good kicking and punting coach. I think that's facts. I mean, in the spring game, the kickers and punters, they were good. That's the complete truth. So we at least can say, yeah, that half of special teams should be just as good as last year, and it should not fall back to being bad like it was the first 2 years under Matt Rule, or even before that, like under Frost and Mike Riley. So that is a pro. The negatives now are, well, he's unproven. We haven't seen what he's going to be able to do with kickoff returns, punt-off returns, blocked punts, blocked field goals. Now, that, I feel like, doesn't happen a whole lot even with a really good special teams coach. I mean, we blocked one field goal, blocked one punt, and that was it. We had a couple amount of kickoff returns for touchdowns, so we had multiple good returns. So I'm not saying that, like, it's not rare for like those things to happen, but you do want them to happen semi-frequently. And what I mean by that is like maybe a couple times a game, hopefully, maybe even a little more. Not maybe a couple times a game, but like definitely a couple times every other game or so. Like I remember 2014 we had DeMornay Pearsonell, and he was a really good punt returner. And against Iowa in the same game, he had two great returns. One of them was for a touchdown that gave us the lead, and then the other one was for just to set up really good field position, and we were able to score quickly, like just two back-to-back scores really, really quickly to give us the tie against Iowa, and we ended up winning the game in overtime. So special teams is certainly important. So Maher knows this. I mean, this is his cup of tea, though. He's not just some guy that just trying to look for a job to coach. Like, he played as a kicker and punter, so he knows the system, and he coached with Eckler, so he was kind of, in a sense, groomed by Eckler. So maybe that's why Eckler left. Maybe Matt Rule let him leave, so Brett Maher could be the special teams coordinator, and he wouldn't cost as much either. I mean, Eckler probably charged a fair fee. But anyway, that's beside the point. Maybe that's what Rule wanted. He wanted just to kind of have Eckler come in and just groom Maher. If that's the case, then maybe Eckler decided, oh, yeah, Brett Maher, yeah, he's ready enough that he could definitely coach on his own. And Eckler was kind of like, he did kind of coach Maher in a sense back in like the 2010s when Maher was on the team, but he didn't really coach him himself because he was actually the linebackers coach. There was like no like definitive special teams coach back when Maher was playing for the Huskers, but still, Mike Eckler though nonetheless was on staff when Maher was playing with the Huskers. So kind of just to sum it up quickly, because this video is really short because there's not much to say or discuss. He doesn't have much of a resume. He's a good player, but just because you're a good player doesn't mean you're a good coach. Look at Scott Frost. I mean, when he played on the Huskers, he definitely won us some clutch games, but look how clutch he was as the coach. So, you see the point. I believe Maher, though, I believe he'll be all right. I think we're going to be a little worse, though, in special teams, in my opinion. I think that we're just going to take a step back, and that's okay. That's just what happens. I think this roster for Nebraska, there's talent all over, and I'm sure, like, I'm talking about, like, in terms of punting and kicking return specialists, he's probably going to use Jacory Varney, and he might use someone else, like, I don't know, like Mekhi Nelson or running back, whatever. So, we'll see what happens, but I'm hoping that Brett Maher can find a way to continue the same level of competitiveness for a special teams unit, because we don't want 2025 to be the diamond in the rough of special teams every year. We don't want it to be bad, good one year, trash the rest. Like, we want it to be good, because special teams, well, part of me says if there's a spot that you'd want someone to be a hopeful hire on, it'd be special teams, because that's the least position that's played. But then again, Nebraska lost so many games because of terrible special teams, and that's just the truth. That's all there is to it. So, anyway, guys, that is it for me today. I will see you guys in the next one. Until next time, go Big Red, and go Matt Rule, and obviously Brett Maher.